Om Namah Shivaya Shantaya Karanatraya Hetave Nivediyami Chatmanam Tangati Parameshwara. Hello friends, greetings. There will be no watering down of the requirements and spiritual disciplines necessary for attaining the unveiling of full spiritual illumination, enlightenment, and moksha. I want to speak a bit here about Sat Chit Ananda. Sat Chit Ananda. Sat means infinite being, beingness, infinite truth, infinite existence. It is an unbroken apprehension, intuition, knowingness. Everything is pieces of that existence, but yet it is undivided. Anywhere you intuit anything, seen or unseen, through any of your senses and beyond, that is a piece of existence which really has no barrier. There's no line of demarcation between that and another thing. Existence is existence. The same is Chit. Sat Chit. All right, we'll talk of Chit. Chit is infinite pure consciousness. Chit is bliss. It is the bliss of pure consciousness. It's a different, I would say Chit is the purity of that living, ambrosial self-effulgence, undescribable. It's far more than awareness. It is a living intelligence, wisdom, infinity. It's pure ambrosial honeyed consciousness. It's and then there is Ananda, which is specifically spoken of as bliss. Even though all three aspects of this are bliss, Sat Chit Ananda, it's all bliss. But it is a bliss that is not dependent. None of these are dependent. None of Sat Chit Ananda is dependent on a subject-object relationship. Sat Chit Ananda, bliss, it's a self-effulgence. And I don't mean self by personal self, meaning a human being's personal self. I mean the existence of all that is and beyond, the fabric, the essence, the pure consciousness, out of which everything that can be sensed, known, everything seen and unseen, anything that can be imagined, anything that can be experienced, and the unmanifest, that which has never come into any type of manifestation. Only a speck of that reality called Satchidananda, Brahman, or Shiva has come into any type of actual manifestation. There's only, when you think of all the worlds, all the spheres, all the galaxies, all the planets, both the spiritual planets and spiritual realms, and the hellish realms, and all that is in the manifested planes, from all of Saguna Brahman, which is the manifested planes, and Nirguna Brahman, that which is unspeakable and has never come into manifestation, but which is the substratum and the essence of all that exists, is that Nirguna Brahman, Sat Chit Ananda. All right, that's the true nature of all that is. Everything else we are fracturing through our senses. The senses are habitual ways of interpreting reality. It's craving for separation. It's craving to experience things in the most painful and miserable way as being just an object. Satchidananda, Brahman, none of this is an object. It's self-effulgent. It is our true nature. It's ambrosial bliss. It's a substance and fabric of everything that we experience. Everything that we experience. You know, I am not going to water down any of the truth, any of the path to enlightenment. I've heard idiotic statements everywhere on YouTube, and people claiming after watching maybe a few videos on YouTube, some that they've attained enlightenment, or they water it down and they say, well, everyone's enlightened. Well, everyone is not enlightened. The substratum of all that exists is that absolute. Is that Satchidananda? Is that Brahman? Is that Paramashiva, Parameshwara Shiva? Is the Paramatman? But because that is the only fabric and substance and only reality, only true reality, people are not experiencing that. They're experiencing their karmas. They're experiencing their samskaras, their vasanas, their vrittis. They're experiencing their own karmic debt. Everything that they experience is subjective. It has only to do with their own karmas which are fructifying. And they experience their painful karmas and some of their temporal happiness karmas that inevitably have to do with contact with an object. All right. But we're talking here about attaining freedom from all future reincarnations of any type. To do that, you must be an embodiment of the yamas and the niyamas of Hinduism, and be an embodiment of absolute ahimsa, which is loving kindness toward all that exists, all animals, all creatures, Mother Earth, all seen and unseen. Loving kindness, knowing it to be the pure Satchidananda Brahman, the divine, not reacting to anything through reactionary, painful impulses, or taking things out on other beings because of beings' internalized miseries. We have to be pure. Purity is a prerequisite. Absolute purity on all levels of our being is foremost requirement. Then the yogas. We will be getting into talking about the yogas. Kundalini yoga, karma yoga, and then the important jnana yoga, bhakti yoga. And these will be discussed at length. So, we have to achieve a state where there's no personal I. That's when all is dissolved into its true nature. There is no personal I. There's one I saying I through all levels of reality, and that is Brahman. It is Brahman. It has nothing to do with individual beings proclaiming their individual samskaras, which are impressions left in the subtle body, the spiritual body, impressions and vasanas, which are waves, and vrittis, which are potencies. All right. I will have to continue in the next video. The time is coming to an end for this video here. So, Om Namah Shivaya. Om.